If this is true, that means Drake is throwing shots at everyone. And since he can't get the Pusha, he's trying to go after people's wives. This shit crazy. BBN, Jack Frost, what's up, party people? Yo, it's just heating up. It seems like the beef that's going on, that I've been saying it is going on, is happening. Okay, let's get into the preliminaries real quick. So, recently I put out a video that was basically saying that Jay-Z had some bars for Drake. And if you go to that comment section, this is not a knock on the guys that was in the comment section in the notification gang that kept saying he's throwing shots at Ye. This is not a knock on y'all. I get it. You thought he was throwing shots at Ye. I said he was throwing shots at Drake. Then I broke down the verse, right, on the boss. I broke down the boss verse. The one thing that I do believe that I got it wrong is when he said no cap, that means no lie. You understand what I'm saying? So, other than that, everything else that was on the verse, it is what it is. You feel me? I'm telling y'all, he going at Drake. So, when I hear now that people are coming out to say that there's a reference track that exists for the song Ape Shit that's on the album The Carters, I say, yeah, I see what you did there. But it's not the same. You see, let's just say for a second, theoretically, that the information about this reference track and the reference track itself was released by Drake. First, let's explain how this is a possible thing. Because you're like, what? How's that possible? Okay, check this out. Remember Wyoming? Yeah, that's when Ye dropped his album. Not for nothing, but the place that they had the whole, they held the party or whatever, the whole album release party at, those people said they don't want no more. they don't want no more music artists over there no more. Whatever the hell they did over there, they're like, we are done with you guys. They don't want no more music artists. It's over. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. So, the Migos was invited, but they never showed up. I think it was blamed on prior engagements. I'm not 100% sure. Migos never showed up to Ye's album release party, although they were invited. Okay, why is that important? Because the reference track that was leaked, that it exists, and it popped up on social media somewhere, I'm not 100% sure. Not for nothing, but shout out to DJ Academics. That's where I initially heard this from, the first person I heard this from. Shout out to DJ Academics. So, yeah. Migos is cool with Drake. But that's not why this isn't the same thing like when Drake does what Drake does. Because Drake, we're not even talking about reference tracks. And not for nothing, it was only the chorus. And Beyonce did the chorus the exact, I think Offset was the voice. I'm not 100% sure. But the chorus, that was it. That's all that was used. That's all that the reference track was. Basically was the chorus. That's it. It wasn't anything else other than the chorus. So before people say, oh man, they wrote Jay's verse. Nah. Migos can't write like that. I might do a breakdown of that verse. That shit was retarded. Look, there's a dip. I don't even want to get into it because that's a whole nother discussion. But so Drake, if theoretically, if he's the person that helped to leak this particular information, he doesn't get it. Okay? Cardi B is the only person I know that takes a reference track and does the entire, or has been exposed, pardon me, of getting a reference track and doing the entirety of the freaking verses. She's the only one that I know of that's been exposed for that. Cardi B. That's it. For everybody that don't know, basically what a reference track is, you have an artist, and they need to outsource some of their workload. You understand what I'm saying? Like they, let's be perfectly honest, genius or, skill, there's a limit. You understand what I'm saying? So you have an artist, they might, and there's 7 songs on these good music jump offs that's been dropping. I'm not 100% sure how many songs is on the Carter, but on the good music albums that's been dropping, there's only 7 songs. Usually there's more than that. I believe Illmatic has something like 8 or 9. I mean 8 or 10, somewhere between 8 to 10 songs, sometimes 11. But and I say Illmatic because that's like one of my favorite albums of all time. Don't get it confused. But most albums nowadays, it's not like 20 songs on the damn thing. They don't do that no more. And there was a point where people did that. Remember when they was dropping the double CDs? For anybody that don't remember, in the 90s, they were dropping double CDs. That was crazy. They were basically dropping 2 albums at the same time. Anyway, so why this isn't a big deal, I'm going to explain why this is not a big deal. Beyonce is a singer. The majority of her songs that she does, someone else creates. So if you tell me that there's a reference track for a chorus on a song that Beyonce is doing, and she's actually doing the lines from the reference track, that's not a big deal. That's not news. That's nothing. You can't throw what? Now Drake wants to battle Beyonce? Is that it? Is that it? Drake got balls for Beyonce? Is that it? No, theoretically, if Drake is the one that leaked this information. So now he wants to battle Beyonce? Drake is in a no-win situation here, going after Beyonce, because this is not going after Jay-Z. I mean, yeah, it's going after Jay-Z because you fucking with his wife. Don't get it confused. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could take it as Southside. Let's not get that confused. You feel me? But the point in which I'm making is theoretically, if he's the one that had this released, he's throwing shots at Beyonce. She's the one that said the actual bars that was on the reference track. She's a singer. 90% of her shit that she does now, somebody else writes. This is not news. What are you doing? See, this is the problem when you have somebody that they don't know how to fight. Drake's a pop artist. Please, don't get this confused with a hip-hop artist. Those are 2 different things. Remember Kill the Crossover? It was a song by EPMD. I think it was like, the name of it was like Kill the Crossover or whatever. I forgot the name of the song. But it had EPMD on it. I believe it had Redman on it. And basically they were saying, stay hip-hop. That's basically what the song was basically about. Stay hip-hop, stay grimy, stay gutter, stay hip-hop. You understand what I'm saying? So when you have an artist who really is nothing hip-hop about Drake, okay, you want to know, okay, I'm not saying that Drake is appropriating black culture, because that's what a lot of people are basically saying when they're saying that he's a culture vulture. He's appropriating black culture for his own beings. He's black, so he's half black, so you can't really say that, but to a degree. But if you take into the consideration that he basically grew up with his moms, his pops wasn't there, so the black side of his family was not there. His moms is who he grew up with, and a Jewish woman at that. So how much of the hood do you think he really involved himself in? In Canada, on top of that. And I'm not knocking Canada. I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure Canada got some there's grimy hoods all over the world. But I could just imagine how, like, a stick-up goes in Canada. Like, the guy comes over and he politely asks you for your stuff with a drawing of a gun, and then you hand it over. Like, that's how stick-ups in Canada probably work. I don't know. But the point being is this. Drake hasn't lived in the hood, grimy, gutter situations like a Jay-Z who grew up in Marcy Projects. You understand what I'm saying? Kanye, even though he grew up in a more of, I think he was in a more of an affluent area of Chicago, and his family wasn't so down, drug infested like a lot of other people's families tend to be that grow up in the hood. He still grew up in Chicago. You understand what I'm saying? It's like when you say somebody's from the nice part of New York. The nice part of New York City is still pretty bad in other places. You know what I'm saying? As long as, with the exception of like Midtown and shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? So when you talk about the outer boroughs, that's what I'm saying. We're talking about the outer boroughs. So with all that being said, the reference track doesn't mean anything. Jay-Z wrote his verses, as far as we is concerned, and I've been listening to Jay-Z for years. That sound like Jay-Z, all right? I've heard Jay-Z spit other people's bars, all right? And you can tell the difference. That sounds like Jay-Z. And I'm going to leave it at that, because I don't want to go into a whole Jay this and Jay that conversation, because that's not what this is about. What this is about is Drake just slapped a woman. Let me know what y'all guys think about this. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. #BrownsBombs. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgot about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.